Trinam Yachidam Yache Puna Puna Simanupa Padambuja Shamaduli Janmani Janmanisha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Sri Advaita Gadadha Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktapin Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare Hare. So first of all, I offer pranams to our Gurudev, Om Vishnupad Vidanti Swami, Sri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Gosai Maharaj, all our Rupanuga Guru Varga, all devotees, Dandavat pranams. So Braj means to move, therefore Krishna, Brijbasi, also devotees always moving. So Krishna spent 2.5 years there in Brihadvan, Gokul. Then many demons coming one after another, like Sakatashur, Putana, Trinavard, Bakasur. So all Brijabasi decide maybe something wrong with this place, we should move. Therefore Brijabasi, Kavi Karnapur describes, Brijbasis are like one type of gypsies. So they're moving all possessions on bullock carts. That time Krishna Balaram only 2.5. So as they're going, they ask Rohini and Yasoda, Mother, what's that? Who's that with the big beard? Oh, my son, that is banyan tree. Who's that with the big eyes? Oh, that's coconut. Oh, like this, like small children do. They came to Chatikara, that's just on the main road to Delhi. They're all Brijabasi made with their carts, like moon fortification. Some gopes also, like Kshatriyas, they're also guarding at night with spears and bows and arrows. In this way, Brijbasis moved to Vrindavan, this forest now Vrindavan, sometimes here, sometimes there. 12 main forests, 12 upavan, 12 sub-forests. Where grass is green, Brijbasi is moving. So finally they came, which is the place of the Nitya Leela. Radha Krishna's eternal eightfold pastimes, that is Nandagal. Krishna that time is Kishore. Radhika had married and moved to moved to Yavat. Therefore from top of Nandagal, of course when clear day, you can see there is Varshana, there is Yavat. And Radharani is saying, looking, Nandagan is too far. Baradur Nagari, Baradur Nagari. Oh, that village is very far. Also Yamuna is there. We have many obstacles, how will we make it? So this is place of Krishna's pastimes. So many, like Sadhu Maharaj that it said today, 56 kunds there. So Krishna also, because came there in young age, then so many pastimes there. Especially now, Yasoda would say to Kanaya, Krishna, Balaram, don't go outside. One ghost is there. If you go, he will put you in his bag and eat you. Then Krishna Balaram became afraid. What time he starts moving? 12. So you better be back in the house by 12 o'clock, otherwise he'll put you in his bag, take you home and make you into chutney. So to give fear to Krishna Balaram, there's deities of Hal Bilal. We used to go there and see these places. There is Nanda Baitak, where all Brijbasis would come, especially gopes, and they would discuss Krishna's activities there, Nanda Baitak. So there is especially the place of Gocharan, cow grazing. So tomorrow is Gopastami. So Astami means the 8th day. So that day when the boys first go cow grazing. At first Krishna was very small, so he again and again he asked his mother and father, I want to go cow grazing. But you're sort of thinking, how Kanaya, who's very soft, how would he go out in the sun, the rain, the high winds? It's not good. But Kanaya too much complaining, no mother, it's good for my health, I can go. So first Gopastami, this boy is just like practicing with small calves, just playing. And big Gopastami is official day when gopes come of age, and then Krishna takes cow grazing there. So unfortunately we went to Tekadamba, but so much crowd. Now it's like Red Flag, what's that, Luna Park or something? I don't know what you call it. Disneyland. So many people going. This is a good thing also, because many Gaudiyas coming, what loss, no loss. But in Gurudev's time, and I can imagine, this place so isolated, so quiet. No? And of course in Shamala's time in Satya, you can imagine how isolated, how quiet. So Tera means to count. So Krishna goes there first thing in the morning. Why? Radharani takes that road every morning to come from Varsham. There's some excuse for meeting of Radha Krishna. So we heard Krishna is milking. Then the gopis, Radhika always moves with her army. The Astasakis, so many manjaris. And there they have Krishna Kirtan, what Radhika is doing when they're walking. In the morning she walks from Yavat to Nandagaon, then to Radha Kund, then Surya Kund, and therefore Braj means to move. So what they're doing in the forest, no one is there, then all the gopis and Anugati of Radhika doing Krishna Kirtan, Sankirtan. And Narottam Thakur said, Golokera Premadana, Harinam Sankirtana. What is the wealth of Golok, Vrindavan? That is this Sankirtan. So you can imagine gopis, that time no one to fear, no Jatila, no Kutila, no one in the forest, especially Radhika, with full ecstasy, chanting these names of Krishna. So Krishna knows she will come on the path, therefore Krishna also wakes up every morning, he does milking. Especially when he squats and keeps that golden pot between his knees, he rests his head on the stomach of the cow, and with very long, as he pulls the teat of the cow, and that milk squirts like jet, so deep sound into the pot. Of course, when cows touched by Krishna, then so much milk they give. No need to keep for the calf, because cows are thinking, I am Krishna's mother, I will give him so much. So Krishna, he has 900,000 cows to milk. So he milking, Sridham, Subal, maybe even Nanda Baba milking a few, show how it's done, Balaram. So much happy, then some wrestling, because boys have to do their exercise. So every morning they have one wrestling pit. And Krishna challenges Sridham. You see these pillars of iron? Come and taste them. Then Sridham laughs. Yes, like yesterday, remember how much you tasted? These are the arms of Sridham. They will crush the Krishna pillar into dust, like this, because before fighting has to be some abuse, otherwise no taste. Like this, Krishna and Sridham wrestling, they're all boys wrestling. So this way, Krishna goes and milking. So Radhika has to take that path. So Radhika says, oh, we should be very careful, that black debauchee, he is there waiting, we know. Then Lalita says, why should we care for those fellows? Look how many we are. Like this, otherwise. Lalita knows without Krishna's darshan, Radhika not happy. And we heard Krishna very expert, as Radhika goes, then Krishna from a great distance can squirt that milk directly onto the lotus face of Radhika. Of course, that time, oh coward boys, how much, too much laughing. Gopi's also inside too much happy. But Radhika like angry mood, but she cannot complain because there is all Nanda Baba and others. But how to see Krishna, therefore, on pretext she breaks her necklace, and again, while picking up the pearls and other jewels, she has darshan of Krishna there. So this Tekadamba, very sweet meeting place of Radha and Krishna. So there's one tree there. So Krishna would go there. Ter means to call, or Ter means to count. So when Krishna enters the forest, then gopis, you would see Venugit, Aksanvantam Phalamidam Napparam Vidam. Oh, those eyes, Saki, those eyes which not seeing the beauty of Krishna and Balaram when they enter the forest. Those eyes are useless because the fruit of all eyes is seeing Krishna. That's why you look in the eyes of all species of life, snail, frog, fish, all eyes are black, no, to see Krishna. So gopis that time so much meeting, and Krishna takes his herds of cows, 900,000, can't imagine it, 900,000. And all cows with different groups, 13. If you can read, Giridhari knows all about this Sakiras more than us, but these cows all have 13 different shapes of heads, mridangamukhi, and different shapes and different colors, white, red, black, spotted. So all these cows move like a huge ocean. Sridham comes with his herd, he has 1,100,000. So all Sakas have their groups, their cows own father's property, so merge like a huge river merges into an ocean. Then Krishna knows each cow by name. So sometimes Krishna climbs up that Tekadamba and plays his flute. Then like we have a japamala, which we fall asleep on when we chant. But Krishna uses that japamala to count the cows. There is Shamala. There is Brind, like all these different names. Sumukhi, Mridangamukhi, like this. Shamala. So all cows, Krishna counting. And one by one, that flute like a magician. Flute according to what's necessary, he do that seva. So each cow, hearing his name, then moo, hamba. Indian cows, hamba. Australian cows, moo. Oh, Krishna, each one hearing their name, and Krishna's counting how much affection, how much bliss he have there. No, there how much milk Krishna drinking there. Aho iti danya braja gauramanya stana mrita pipa iti iti muda. Thank you, there Purushottam. Therefore, I think Lord Brahma said, no. How much milk Krishna drinking? Millions of cows, each one Krishna taking. Millions of mothers, millions of grandmothers. And Krishna drink that milk, he feel more happiness than hearing the prayers of the personified Vedas. So Rupa Goswami doing bhajan in that place. When Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, he only did Brajamano Parikram one time. No, and that time, how many obstacles he had? So he cleared all those obstacles. We are so lucky. We can do every year by his grace, by his mercy. So he was asking the different devotees, their Ruchi Pariksha, what place you like the most? No, some people say, I like Loy Bazaar the most of all Brajmano. Purushottam goes, I like Ram Sweets. This place is very dear. So he asking Bhakti Rakshak Shri Maharaj, of all place we visited in Braj, what was most dear to you? He said, Tekadamba. Why? This is the place of Rupa Goswami Pad. So there he would write his, Sri Gauranga Gunanuvana Navido Shraddha Smriti Anvito. Papa Tapana Kritano Tanubritadom Govinda Ganamrita. So he would write Nana Shastra Vichara Neka Nipino. Saddharma Samstapaka. Rupa Goswami there, he would write many books. Some books to establish Dharma, like Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu especially. And some books just on Bhakti Ras, like Ujjval Nilamani and this. Vidagdha Madhav, Lalit Madhav. So he would write there these things. Guru Maharaj would say, nighttime, something would come in his heart. Quickly has to write or he forgets, so he throws some leaves on the fire. And in that 2-3 seconds, the leaves burn brightly. Then he would write all these verses. So so Rupa Goswami very much loved this Tekadamba. Even now, you see how far from the road. So very isolated, very quiet place. When Mahaprabhu came to Vrindavan, Sanatana Goswami said, don't go with big crowd. No, just go with 1 or 2 persons. When Mahaprabhu visited Vrindavan, he came with just Balabhadra Bhattacharya, the Mathura Brahman, 1, 2 like that. So too many people means like ha ha hoo hoo. So Rupa Goswami would stay alone. So sometimes Sanatana Goswami would come to visit him. Rupa Goswami always saw Sanatana Goswami like Guru. When Guru Maharaj, Sanatana Goswami always think, I am the follower, I am the disciple of Rupa Goswami. It's a very sweet, very dear and intimate relationship they had. So Sanatana Goswami sometimes, he living in Nandagaon also. We could not go there. There is one Pavan Sarova. Sanatana Goswami's bhajan place is still there today. Sometimes gopis would take bath there, and we heard Krishna would go under and play crocodile. He would grab the gopis like that under the water, then in one breath he would go and come back. So Sanatana Goswami was doing bhajan there, and so not too far from Te Kadamba. So sometimes he would visit Rupa Goswami. When materialists get together, what they talk about? Bitcoin, football. But when Vaishnavas come together, what they talk about? Machita matkata prana bodayantis parasparam katam ritas chamam nityam tushyanti cha romanti cha. Pujapad Sri Vikrama said, this is the most important verse in the Bhagavad Gita. Machita, the devotees have given their minds, their hearts, their pran, their life to me. So, paraspara chamam nityam. When they meet, what do? Katamritas chamam. They always speak katamrit, the nectar of Krishna Katha. Saraswati Thakur would say, there is only one shortage in this world, the shortage of Harikatha. So Rupa and Goswami, when they would come together, so much, we cannot imagine what they would talk. Look, I wrote this, read this. Then Sanatana Goswami, a great learned person in great ecstasy, he must have been reading what Rupa Goswami was thinking, what he was writing. Sanatana Goswami also sharing with Rupa Goswami his realizations, his feelings. And this is like an ocean. So one who enters that ocean of Katha doesn't want to come out. So Rupa and Sanatana talking. So much absorbed in Katha, then Deyatma Buddhi, this I am the body, you forget everything. Especially like Katha, you hear nicely what time it is, what happening. No idea, no sense of the body. No. Sometimes Goga Maharaj, in the beginning, he would speak Katha, snake. One poisonous snake went over his lap, but he not even noticed. So much shout. Everyone else shouting, but he not care, not see. So fully absorbed in Krishna, forget everything. So especially Radhika's devotees, their topics are too much interesting, no? Too much what even the Vedas cannot find. We hear even Uddhav saying this morning, Shrutim Brijana maybe, even the Shrutis, the Vedas searching for that Gopi Prem. They're searching. Means no guarantee they can find also. So Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, realize what they taste. Even Vedas cannot describe that openly. So much intimate. We are very lucky to come in this parampara of Rupa Goswami. Right, Shamala? Thank you. So Rupa and Sanatana, so much talking, they forgot time, space, everything. Then Radhika, she sees all this. Especially, it said if you speak Ram Katha, Hanuman always comes somewhere. So someone speaking Krishna Katha, I never heard it anywhere, but if even Hanuman can go everywhere to hear Ram Katha, imagine what Radhika will do. Therefore so much absorbed. Then Radhika herself came. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna promises. What is that verse? Ananyas chinta yukta mam ye janu parupasate tesham yukta vayukta mam yogik shamam yaham. Who only thinks of me, who has no other thought, what he needs I maintain, I carry, I give. So Radhika's devotees are always speaking topics favorable for her seva, then why not Radhika Radharani will personally carry and maintain for them. So speaking Radhika, then something came in the mind of Rupa Goswami. Oh, my brother has come from a long way, we are talking many hours. He must be hungry. No. This is no fault to think of Vaishnav Seva. This is no fault at all of Rupa Goswami. No, something came in his mind like a piece of grass in an ocean of milk. Again, he forgot. Then Radhika, she thinks, look, my devotees so much absorbed in my seva, they never take care of anything. So Radhika came there in disguise, because if Radhika comes in original form, she cannot do any seva. So mostly when Radha Krishna come to serve devotees, even their own devotees not realize it. Like when Madhavendra Puri wanted milk, Krishna came in disguised form. Otherwise Madhavendra Puri will not take it from Krishna. So Radhika came there. And Radhika is like mother of Vrindavan, presiding deity. Every flower, every leaf, every twig, every insect, every cow, every Brijabasi, Radhika take care. because Radhika thinks this is mine. Krishna is mine, Radhika is mine. So Vrindavan is mine. This whole paraphernalia for Krishna's seva. So Radhika personally maintained everyone and everything in Vrindavan. That's why she's Queen of Vrindavan. So Radhika personally came there. Oh Baba, I brought some milk, some rice. Then Rup Sanatan not thinking, okay, just put it there. But Radhika not happy, she began to cook. So Guru Maharaj said, just by her mouth, she blow and one fire come. This start the fire. And Radhika, how much expert in cooking. You know? Even Krishna taste that, Krishna become mad. So in no time at all, she made very expert paramana, sweet rice. Oh, here it is. Ah, yes, keep it there. We will take later. Speaking, Radhika disappeared. Then Rupa Goswami saw this sweet rice. Oh, brother, take this kheer. No, because this Vaishnava Seva, this is so much important. In Ramanujacharya Sampradaya, Ramanujacharya said, don't think that Vaishnava service to the devotees, this is not the sadhana. This is the sadhya. This is goal, to serve the Vaishnavas. So Rupa Goswami, take this sweet rice and give to Sanatana. Then Sanatana Goswami taking, then imagine this sweet rice cooked by Radharani herself. Sanatana Goswami's hair stand on his voice choked, tears come from his eyes. Then he understands, who cooked this sweet rice. Then Rupa Goswami, one young Brijabasi, one she cooking. Then Sanatana Goswami realized this is not just Brijabasi, this is Radharani herself. Oh Rupa, did you have some desire? Then Rupa Goswami, something I had desire to feed you. Then Sanatana Goswami crying, oh Rupa, what have you done? We are meant to serve Radhika, but Radhika has come and served us. Alas, she came, but we could not serve her. We missed the chance. And weeping, Sanatana Goswami weeping, and Rupa Goswami also weeping, means how much Vatsalya Radhika have for us. So anyway, this Tekadamba, all these places very dear to Gaudiya Sampradaya, very dear to the Rupanugas. As Kali Yuga, these places always become little covered over.